おはようございます。なんか朝英語でとりあえず喋ってみようの気持ちがどっか行ったな。ケイチさん体験ありがとう。早いね。早いか。早くはないか。なんかさ、BGM を、それ載ってる。BGM を変えようと思っていろいろ見てたら、気づいたら時間が過ぎていて、ってなった。音量上げるか。BGM を変えたので、音量のバランスがちょっとあれかもしれないんだけど、なんかあったら教えてください。グッモーニー、ヤッホー。よいしょ。なんかね、朝活やったタイミングでなんか喋ろうと思ったんだけど、なんだっけ忘れた。なんだちょっと待って、違う。なんかね、違うのが入ってる。ちょっとはい、オッケー。危なかった。なんだっけマジで忘れ。やば。でもなんかさ、録音読がいいよねみたいな、いいらしいねみたいなのをさ、Twitter で見て、で、なんだっけ。なんか、どうせだったらやってみるかみたいな話をさ、部室でしててみんなと。でもしかしたら、本ヤギもやってくれるかもしんない。わかんないけど。でも、ヤギちゃんは積んどく結構あるから、ありだなっつって。音量ちょうどいい。ほんと？よかった。ありがとう、教えてくれて。なんかね、本田さんはね、今目の前に積み上がった課題と、私が教えたバイトでもうなんか泣いてたから、さっき部室でなんか首回ってないらしい、あいつヤギちゃんはテストやばいっつって真面目にやってんだけどっていう感じでね、ヤギ子今ドタバタなんよね。でもさ、明日から12月でしょ。やばくない？もう1ヶ月切るってこと。早いね、月日が流れるのが。私も V 活し始めて、5月、最初だっけ？ゴールデンウィークぐらいだったから5月、頭かなぐらいから始めて、もう半年にはなってるってことよね。まあ、気づいたら。こんなことになるんですね。早いね。なんだかんだで続けてこれたのも。まあ、本ヤギがいてくれるのもあるし、みんなが遊びに来てくれるのもあるからね。ありがてえ。早すぎて震える。いや。ね。本当に。あっという間だわ。ハロウィンはハロウィンでも気づいたら終わっちゃったしさ。ハロウィン終わってから1ヶ月になるの？やば。びっくりした。ちょっと待って。今びっくりした。マジか。ちょっと今ね、朝ごはん代わりにポップコーンを食べつつ喋ってるので、ちょっと気にしないでください。そう、もう、ヤギちゃんの誕生日1週間切ってるんですよ。どうしようかなと思って。本田さんの誕生日はさ、一応ね、結構前から、ちょっとあの時は時間に余裕あったから、 まあ、ちまちまいろいろやってたんだけど、私まだっていうか、まあ何かしらやってはいるんだけど、ちょっと目処がつかなくてどうしようかなと思ってて。いやー、ヤギちゃん12月の4日なので、よければお祝いしてあげてください。私は確か4月ぐらいなので、まだ先。いやさ、本当に聞いてほしいんだけどさ、なんか、あれもうすぐヤギちゃんの誕生日じゃないっていう話してて、来週じゃんって言ってたらさ、もうなんか震えてて、その時点で。なんかまだ半年ぐらい先の気分でいたっていう話をヤギちゃんともしてて、なんか、本田さんの誕生日間近の時にさ、二人はどうすんのみたいな話されて、誕生日の時に誕生日配信とかすんのみたいな。いやー、まだ私らだいぶ先だから何も考えてないよ。ねえっていう話をしてて。気づいたらもうなんか来週に迫ってるみたいなさ。いや、びっくりした、ほんと。誕生日配信、当日に配信やってくれるかどうかは、ヤギちゃんの Twitter を見てね、様子を伺ってください。私はなんか、どっちなんだろうな。まあ、やってくれると嬉しいね、みたいな話はしてるけど。ヤギもヤギで勉強で忙しそうなのでね。牛尾ちゃんの面倒見たりとかしてるから。なかなかね、うまくね、返信できなかったりしてね、大変なのよね。その頃はまだヤギ子を知らなかったなって。あ、そうなんだ。あなたのヤギ子はどこかな多分一番押してくれてんじゃないかな、ケイチさんが。一番っていうとちょっとあれかもしれないけど。わかんない。どんなもんかわかんないけど。なんかね、ありがたい限りですよ。たくさん来てくれて。ハッシュタグあなたのヤギ子はどこからでツイートしといてくれると。私らが嬉しい。多分まだ誰もツイートして。おもろい。みんなやってほしいな。あなたのヤギ子はどこから。私はなんか部室で賑やかな声が聞こえてきたところから。初配信とかさ、今枠残ってんのかな。枠っていうかさ、アーカイブ。私が V やるかどうかみたいな、その姿を撮るかどうかをさ、まだ何も話に上がってなくて、とりあえず本ヤギの配信にお邪魔したなんか過去があるんだけど、いやー、楽しかったな。いや、もう楽しいけどさ、だいぶ配信には慣れてきたなって感じはすごいする。早いもんですね。もうばあちゃんみたいなことになる。あっけ。いい感じにご飯っていうかポップコーン食べてきたんですよ。本当にさ、昨日何か言おうと思って忘れたんだけど、なんだっけマジでわかんない。やばいな。よし。じゃあまあもう思い出さないということはそういうことなんでしょう。だって今日3号はこれ前回のやつ残っちゃってるから、今日6からどこまで行こうね。6から9まで行くか。から9。 でもなんか速読すると結構なんか脳の活性化にとか、意外と口に出して読むのは難しいみたいなのがあるらしいんだけど、案外さ、この朝活でさ、日本語ではないものの音読するということをやってたから、割とさ、なんかそこまでつまらなかったところはある。あとは単純に滑舌が良くない。私、作業が苦手なんよね。なんかさ、TRPG もやってるから、なんかシナリオの読み上げとかもやるもんで、意外とさ、音読は困んなかったんだけど、ほんと作業、別と作業で、なんかね、いっつも噛むワードがあって、すぐ出てこないんだけど。いや滑舌、なんとかなんないかな。なんか、速読だとさ、早口みたいだからさ、やっぱ、難しいよね。アメンボ赤いな、あいうえおとかやった方がいいんかな。てか、あれだね、口そんなにしっかり動かしてないから、ちょっとゆるいっていうか甘いところあんのかもね。もしかしたら。わかんないけど。ということで、とりあえずは、こんな感じで、さて、やっていきましょうかね。じゃあ、今日は、オペラ座の怪人の続きを9までやっていくと、これ多分ね、明日で終わるワンチャン。頑張ると。ちょっと、これ10いってもいいぞ、これ。明日で終わる。だって、本調達しに行かなきゃなんなくなる。いや、でも新しいのじゃなくて、もう一回なんか読んでもいいんだよな。オペラ座を2回読むワンチャンあるな。これ10までいくか。ちょっと、やりましょう。さて。短いのね、オペラ座の怪人自体は、本自体はさ、92ページまであるんだけど、オズの魔法使いが24、チャプター24まであって、オペラ座は14までしかないの。だから、チャプター10は短い。半分近く短いよね。その代わり5位がちょっと、もうって感じ。これさ、前回読めなかったやつとかさ、もう全然いいよね。なので、頑張っていきましょう。さて、じゃあ、やっていこうかな。じゃあ、みんなもね、何かしら作業とか家事とかやりながら、一緒に、朝、何かしらやっていけるといいね。鼻がムズムズする。あくびしたくせに。はい、じゃあ、やります。The Phantom of the Opera, Chapter 6, Past and What's Followed. In the following weeks, the managers of the opera sold tickets to Box 5 with no regard to the なんだこれ。早いよ。違う。スレッズかな。違う。合ってる。スレッズ。脅威なんだこれ。スレッドとはまた違うよね、これ多分。違う。なんだ The manager of the opera, sold tickets to Box 5 with no regard to the threats of the opera ghost. They decided to end the whole idea of the ghost once and for all. They let everybody know that so Saturday evening, when first was to be performed, the managers themselves would sit in box 5 to watch the show. But no Saturday, as the managers settled into their seats, they seemed worried. They looked at each other, not quite not knowing what to accept. However, as the first act ended without any problems, they began to feel the fear. Relief. They even started joking to each other, saying, "Has anybody whispered in your ear yet?" The second act also came and went with no problem. The managers were quite happy now and laughed quietly to themselves as they watched the show. Carlotta made her entrance as Margarita and sang her first four lines. The rest of the act went beautifully. After the act ended, there was a short intermission and the managers went out of the private box to talk for a few minutes. When they returned to their seats, they found a box of chocolates there. "That's strange," said Mr. Monchelman. Who could have brought those in there? They settled back into their seats to watch the rest of the show. Also watching just a few boxes down were Laura and Philip Shani. They had come to see Christine die, who was playing the part of Chevel in First. 誰だ？ファウストのさ、わかんないな。わかんない。Chevel in First. However, Christine's singing was off that night, and she was causing more than one person in the audience to whisper, "What is wrong with that girl?" One night she sang like an angel, and the next night she sounds like some singer of the street. Philip was angry. He had written to the managers of the opera to praise Christine. Knowing that his brother loved Christine, He had hoped to advance his position at the opera. He had put his good name on the line for here. Yet, this is how he performed. How なんだこれ。誰？あえて。で、はいはいはいはい。なるほどね。で、今さっきさ、ディスコードから通知来てなんかと思ったら、オータムセール始まったよ。ニコニコっていうあれだった。びっくりした。How dare she? Laura, on the other hand, was quietly crying. He could not bear to watch Christine. She had lost all her cheer, all her vivacity. It made him sad. Sadder than the letter he had received from her the day before. He had read, "My dear friends, you and I must never see each other anymore. Are you truly, if you truly love me, please do this for me. My life and your life depend on it. Dear Christine." Now on the stage, Carlotta was singing her finest. 最後ってことよね、多分これ。最後の人？最高？ファイネストで。ファイン、最後のフィニッシュじゃないかな。ファインね。はいはい。Carlotta was singing her finest. She was getting to the most beautiful part of Margarita's song. As she threw back her shoulders and smiled wide for the crowd. She opened her mouth and this is the sound that came out. Koak. There was a moment of shock. Carlotta blinked a couple of times in wonder. Then shock of the strange event. She opened her mouth and again she sang. Cork. なんだ? The audience went wild. What king of show is this? Is she sick? What happened? Carlotta tried again and again to control her voice, but she only sang cock, cock, cock. 聞こえんでんのかなこれ。あ、ヤギちゃんおはよう。It was hopeless. Her voice had gone, and Carlotta stood on the stage in total shock. In total shock でいいか。The guests filling the opera house cried out in anger. Surely, this was not that they had paid good money to see. In Box 5, The managers turned white and closed their eyes. The opera ghost had struck. He was laughing in them. Then very clearly, they heard a voice close to them say, She is singing tonight to bring down the chandelier. Then Boxwife filled with his laughter. Suddenly, the managers looking to the ceiling where the hard glass chandelier was hanging. In a moment, before anyone called anything, the chandelier came crashing down to the floor below. As people ran, the boys kept laughing. The newspaper the next day reported that many had been hurt and one person had been killed by the chandelier. People reading the newspaper thought themselves the opera mouse that crashed. Chapter 7. The Masked Bell. That terrible event was bad for everyone. Carlotta fell ill. Christine despaired. She was not seen or heard of for 10 days after the performance. Then, one morning, as Raoul sat in his bedroom lost in sad thought, his servants brought him a letter. Raoul recognized the paper and writing. He tore open the letter and read, My dear Raoul, go to the masked ball at the opera tomorrow night. At 12 o'clock, be in the little room behind the grand staircase and stand by the door. Wear white cape and mask. Do not let yourself be recognized, Christine. Raoul wondered what all this was about, and he was getting quite tired of such strange letters. 今ね、トライとタイがどっちだったかを今覚え出してんだけど、どっちだっけ？これがどっち？タイやるか。Tired of such strange letter. Christine seemed strange all the time. First action as if she didn't know him. Then telling him to come to Harold's. Then she had told him that story of the angel of music coming to her dressing room. Raoul did not know what to make of that. It was all too strange, but his heart called out for Christine. That day, he bought a white cape and mask. The next night, Raoul went to the ball. これさ、ボールっつってるけどさ。あ、じゃあいいんだよね。疑心暗鬼になってきた。 The opera was filled with people, making his maze through the guests. Loud found the little room behind the guard's staircase. Although that room was crowded by 12, he had found some space to stand by the door. Suddenly, a woman in a black cape and mask came towards him and touched his arm. She walked out the door without a word and Loud followed. It was Christine. As they made their way through the ball, Loud didn't even notice the wonderful dress cross of the guests. However, there was one man he did notice. He was dressed all in red, with a long red cape that dragged on the ground behind him. He walked proud like a king, but his face was a perfect death's head. His eyes, nose, and mouth were four black holes. On his cape were the gold words, "Do not touch me, I am Red Death walking." Everybody was very impressed with Red Death. Some skilled artists must have created that wonderful death's head. Some guests even followed Red Death around, but Loud noticed as they moved through the opera that Red Death seemed to be following him and Christine. Loud followed Christine up the stairs to a private box. She kept looking over her shoulder. Before she shut the door of the private box behind them. She heard footsteps on the stairs. Quickly, she looked out the door and saw a red foot on a stair, then a red leg. "It is he," she whispered and shut the door. "It's that the man who you sing for you and you give your soul to?" said Loud. "That man dresses at Red Death in your Angel of Music. Well, I have something to say to him. I'll hear of his mask and hear of my own, and we'll speak to each other on style like men, and she will really love you." Loud tried to open the door, but Christine blocked his way. "You must not," she cried. "Please, my love, please do not go out there." Loud suddenly stopped. "Christine," he said, "did you say my love?" If my first time he had heard her say that she loved him. "Yes, dear," he said, "and if you love me too, you must never be seen or recognized by him." She reached out her hand to Loud, and he noticed she was wearing a gold ring on her finger. Christine cried loud. Did he give you that? How can you tell me you love me? But while he drank, Christine's hand dropped. I have to, she said sadly. Or terrible things will happen. You will never understand his sadness or mine. He will hurt people, including you. If I do not go live with him. She removed her mask and loud saw that deep sadness on her face. Christine, he cried, what do you mean you have to live with him? What have you done? My love, she said, please let us be happy together for this 1 month. I know you will leave Paris to go sailing again in 4 weeks. Before you go away, can we be secretly engaged? We will be working for the next month, but when he is done working, he will come for me. Our month of happiness will be over, but it will have been the best time of my life. Lal got on the knee in front of her. He hardly knew what he was doing, and he didn't understand everything she was saying. But there was nothing more he wanted than to be married to this singer whom he had loved all his life. Christine, she said, may I have your hand in marriage? She put her hand into his and said happily, You already have it. Chapter 8. Above the trapdoor, she began Christine, and loud smiles of happiness. She called of him to come to her dressing room most night and the opera. あ、赤原レタさんおはよう。どこだっけちょっと。One day, they did not see each other. They wrote letters. This was also the high point of Christine's career as a singer. Angry about her terrible performance, Carlotta had cancelled her contract and Christine had taken her prize. After singing the contract, Christine had disappeared for 2 whole days. But when she came back, she sang like never before. She won over everyone at every performance. It was as if some angel had touched her and gave her a voice from heaven. Lal was filled with joy every time he visited Christine in her dressing room. One day, however, she did not notice he was at her door. Lal was here looking sadly into her mirror and saying softly, Poor Eric, poor Eric. Lal felt a rush of anger. He was sure this was the name of Christine's angel of music. but I'll show here how happy we are together. Thought loud and make here forget all about this Eric. He won't take here from me again. With that, he walked into her room with a smile, as if he had seen and heard nothing. Christine and Love often working throughout the opera and 17 floors of it behind, over, and under the stage, in all the hidden corners and secret hall. One day, Love saw an open trapdoor in the floor and looking down into the darkness below. You've taken me all through the opera, Christine, but you've never taken me to the world below. I know there are many cellars. Shall we go? But shaking and with her eyes wide with horror, Christine pulled him away from the trapdoor and said, No, everything underground belongs to him. When she said this, the trapdoor suddenly shut. She pulled Love away, saying there were much nicer things to see on top of the roof, in the sun and among the birds. As she led him away, she looked over his shoulder. However, she didn't see the shadow that followed her. In Chapter 9, Eric. Christine led Love to the roof, and there they sat, all of Paris below them. It was just around sunset, and they sat down together for a white. だってこれホワイトだっけ？ワイルか。違うわ。全然違う。ワイルですね。Together for a while. But soon, Christine's standard started to shake and seemed very worried. Wow. Shake. What is it, my love? Asked Love gently. Dear, I feel I must tell you everything. Yeah. On the roof, and as far away from him as we can be. Our time together is running out, and before we part, I must let you know the truth. Then Christine began to tell her story. I called him the voice. Before I knew his name was Eric. She said, about their months ago, when I was in my dressing room, I heard a beautiful voice. It was singing, and I had never heard anything like it. I looked out into the hall and in all the rooms near mine, but nobody was there. So I had a foolish idea. My father told me he would send me the angel of music when he died. Well, my poor father died, and I wa- I want 待ってね。ちょっと待って。今、やばい。全然出てこん。ちょっと待って。wanted. wait. あ、wait だ。ちょっと全然出てこんかった。And I waited, but the angel never came. So I called out to the boys. Are you my angel music, whom my father had sent to me? Yes, it replied. Since then, the boys and I became great friends. We talked every day. Then the boys asked if it would give me music lessons. I said yes. The boys taught. Taught 教える。教えた。Music lesson. I said, the boys taught me so many wonderful things, and I found that I could sing like never before. But I kept it a secret because the boys, my teacher, who show the world yet. わ、なんか OBS 今一瞬切れたらしい。大丈夫かな？ついでにお水を飲もう。なんか謎に通知が来るようになってしまった。アップデートかけたからかな。One day, I recognized you there at the opera. You must have just returned to Paris from your travels. I was so happy to see you that I told the boys about you. But the boys became quiet. I called out to it again and again, but it didn't reply. I was afraid it had gone forever. The next night, the boys came back. I was so happy it had not left me. It said I was ready to let the world hear the music of heaven. That night, Carlotta fell ill and I gave my best performance. I sang so hard it was as if my soul were leaving me. It was beautiful, but I was also afraid of it all. I fainted, and when I woke, I saw you. I knew the voice was there, so I acted like I didn't recognize you. Even so, the voice continues to be jealous. Saying but not singing things about you, think bad things about you every day. I got tired of it and I told the boys that's so. That's enough. I'm going to Paris tomorrow and I'm going to ask Laura to come with me. The boys said that was fine, but if I married anyone to each, he would leave me forever. Then one night, that's a chandelier fell. I was so afraid for you and the boys. I knew you were safe because I saw your brother's box. I thought if the boys was safe too, he would probably be in my dressing room. I ran there and called out to the boys. Suddenly, I can't explain how, but I heard the boys singing and my mirrors doubled and opened. When I walked toward it, I was suddenly outside of my room. It was dark and cold. The singing had stopped. A man in a black cap appeared and held me to... なんだこれ? I agree. タイグリかな。しっかりとぎっしりって何？たくさんってことね。たくさんは違うか。しっかりとね。でどこだこれ。A black cap appeared and held me tightly. I struggled, but he put his hand over my mouth. His hands smell like this. I fainted, and when I awoke, I was in a boat on an underground lake. The man with the black cap and taking me somewhere, he wore a mask that covered his whole face. We finally come to a bright place. It was a house on the edge of the lake. The man finally spoke. He said, "Don't worry, Christine. You are safe here." It was a voice. I was angry and I cried out, "Why have you brought me here? Brought me here? What do you want with me?" The voice just said, "Come, I have something to show you." He must have given me some drug. なんだあ、ドラッグ。はい、ドラッグでした。He must have given me some drug because I followed He showed me a lovely bedroom. He said this was where I would stay. Then he showed me his bedroom. Oh, it was terrible. The walls were all black, with music notes, lights, written all over them. I had orange covered one and待って entire wall entire wall entire 全体ねentire wall and his bed. His bed was a coffin. I was very afraid. Who are you? I asked. He took me into the living room then, and he sat me down. Then he fell at my feet and told me he was sorry. I'm sorry, Christine. He said. I lied. I'm not your angel of music. I'm not even a ghost. I'm just a man, and my name is Eric. This is where I live, Christine, and I love you. I want you to stay with me. I suppose you will be angry with me, loud. But in that moment, I pitied a man living all alone under the umbrella, and with such a beautiful voice that no one knows about. How sad and lonely his life must be. I asked him to take off his mask, but he refused it. Then, when he wasn't expecting it, I reached out and pulled his mask away. Oh, it was horrible. Love, horrible. Horrible 合ってるのかな合ってた。最悪。はいはいはい。マスクを取ったら、疑惑な顔がありました。Horrible. What, Christine? But did you see? Eric is a living dead man. He has a dished head. His eyes, nose, and mouth are four large black holes. He was so angry had I saw his face that he grabbed me by my hair and pulled me into my room. Enough, cried loud, his heart in pain, and he ran into his room, shut the door, and began to play the organ. The song was beautiful and bright night なんだこれ frightening. 合ってた。美しく恐ろしい。もしかして私最初のオルガンのとこオレンジって読んでた気がする。やば。The song was beautiful and frightening at the same time. It made everything as the opera seem like child's play. It expressed every human emotion possible. I later found out it is called Don Jan Triumphant. It is Eric's masterpiece. I was afraid, but the music took hold of me. I rose and slowly walked to his room. I opened the door and watched his play. He was crying. I said to him, Eric, show me your face without fear. You are most unhappy. You are the most unhappy of men, but you are a genius of music. If I ever look at you and have to turn away, it is not because of your face. It is because I am thinking of your pure genius. He slowly turned to me then, for he believed me. It was a terrible sight, a scar crying. But I went to him, and I touched his arm. He stopped playing and he fell at my feet with words of love. And so it went. For the next 10 days, we sang together almost all the time. The music was the most beautiful I have ever heard. But, of course, I can't love him. I act like I was happy, and after the 10th day, he told me I could be free as long as I come to visit him often. He gave me this gold ring and showed me the way out of the underground house on the lake. Christine put her arm around Laura as he finished her story. We must run away tonight, Laura said, holding her tightly. We must leave Eric for good. We can't, she said simply. Eric has let me go, but only for now. I felt days after I returned to the opera. Eric's voice came and spoke to me in my dressing room. He said to me, I love you, but he also knew that you were going away in a month. He said he loved me so much he could not bear to be without me. He said I could spend a month together with you if I come to live with him afterward. He said he would spend this month working on Dan なんだっけこれ。この名前が一生わからんよ。追ってないし。 ダイアンコリンファンズ。違う気がする。And when he was done, we would marry. If I didn't agree to this, he said, he would do terrible things to my friends. Christine looked into loud eyes. You see, I can't hate Eric because I pity him. Nobody has ever loved him, but he is thoroughly a master, and I must do as he says. No, Christine, he is not your master, says loud. I will help you leave him. You will live the life you want. You want to be with me, did you? Didn't you? Yes, I love you, said Christine. I wish do anything to be with you. Yes, you're right. Let's leave this place forever. But I can't leave now. I would kill him if I left now. Let him hear me sing tomorrow, after the performance at midnight. You must come and take me away. Christine grew excited and her eyes shut. At midnight, you must take me away from here. The young lovers held each other close. They did not notice the shadow behind them, which had heard every word. Chapter 10. Christine. The next day, Lal secretly prepared to leave Paris with Christine. A horse and carriage. なんだこれ。carriage. 場所 carriage あれファッションだった A horse and carriage money A horse and carriage money food extra clothing and hired help were all ready by 9 o'clock at night. By then, it was time to go to the opera. That night, the opera was showing Faust. Lal settled into his private box with his brother, Count Philip de Chany. The first act was splendid. Christine made her entrance in the second act, and her voice was more beautiful than ever. People felt like they were listening to the angels singing in heaven. Then, as the most moving part of first, Christine spread out her arms and sang the words. My spirit longs to be with you. Suddenly, The opera went totally dark. The music stopped. Then, just as suddenly, the lights come back on. But Christine Dye was not on the stage. The singer and actor looked at each other in shock. Guests began to whisper to each other, What is this? Surely this isn't part of the show? Suddenly, one by one, everyone in the opera realized that Christine had disappeared and she wasn't coming back. The whole opera went wild. Raoul jumped from his seat and ran to his carriage waiting outside. The carriage was still there, but I was empty. No Christine. That had happened. Where had she gone? Had that monster Eric taken here? Raoul looked all around him in a fit of madness. Christine! He cried out. Christine! It took a while for Raoul to calm it down and think clearly. He finally realized the best thing to go do was to go to the managers and see if they knew anything. At the manager's office, he was met by the police chief, who had rushed to the opera as soon as he learned that a singer had disappeared. In the office, Raoul told the managers and the police chief the story of Eric. His underground house by the lake and his terrible love of Christine. He has here. I know it. We must go under the opera. But how do we get there? Please, you must tell me how. Both managers looked at each other and the police chief just stared at Raoul. Nobody said anything. Well, can you help me? Asked Raoul. Dear Viscount, the police chief finally said, you are planning to running away with Christine after the throw tonight, correct? Yes, sir. And you had a carriage ready for this? Yes, sir. And did you notice whose carriage had drawn up next to yours tonight? No, sir. It was your brother's. And did you notice that this carriage is not gone? No, sir. I believe that your brother had taken Christine with him. Perhaps he didn't agree to your marriage. Perhaps he loved to hear too. Either way, Christine is gone, and so is your brother, Count Philip de Chagny. Philip, cried out Raoul. I will find him. He jumped up and ran out the door. His mind was racing, and again, he was not thinking clearly. But as soon as he began to run down the hall, He was stopped by a strange man. He had dark skin and green eyes that stood. That's Sean. Loud had seen him at the opera before. He tried to think who it was. It was a... Person. あ。ペルシアン。ペルシアン。あれペルシアンどっかでやんなかったっけ？It was a Persian. Viscount of Shani, says the Persian. I know the monster named Eric. I believe he has taken Christine. And I think I can help you save here. 長かった。なんか今日すごい読むの大変だった。やばい。ということで、おそらく明日で終わるであろう。オペラ座の怪人、今日はここまででございます。長ー。待ってさ、なんか、うっすらどっかで聞いたことあったんだけどさ、ファントムの名前がエリックだっていうことを今改めてちゃんと理解した。エリックだったんだ。あらまあ。Let's there finest cake. 拍手ありがとう。もうマジでさ、加湿器結局さ、出してなくて、箱から。だからなんかね、後半喉がね、ちょっとイガイガしてきた。やばいわ、この時期にね、やばい。加湿器必要ですね。気をつけようみんな。風邪ひいちゃうから。ということでなんかいつも以上に疲れた気がする。だって今日はこんなところで終わりにしといてやろうかな。ペルシャ人の召使いみたいな人がいたんだっけ？なんかね、多分ペルシャ人っていうのがあの人なんよね。召使いってわけじゃなくて、そのダンサーのまとめてる人？でも映画版とちょっと違うんだったかな。ちょっとね、原作って言ってるのかわかんないけど、この本の中にペルシャ人どこの立ち位置だったかちょっと覚えてないんだけど。ペルシャ人謎の人物、オペラ座の怪人の秘密を知っているらしい。特に役職記されてないですね。残念ながら。なんか映画の方ではそのバレエの子たちをまとめてる貴婦人がなんかおばあさんってことではないけどマダムって言ってるのかながいて、その人が本来だったら私が行き先知ってますよみたいな、このペルシャ人の立ち位置にいるって感じ。いやマジでさ、名前呼ぶってか読むのがやばすぎて全然読みわかんない。だってみんなは作業ははかどりましたか？私はこれからちょっと部屋の掃除をしようと思うんだ。部室誰もいないしね。疲れた。お昼ご飯もちょっとね考えなきゃいけないしね。 あ、これ消えるんだ。最小化したら消えちゃった。別にいいんだけど。ということで、今日はこんなところにしといてやるわよ。明日おそらく終わるであろう。あ、そう。で、ツイッターで後でまた告知出すんだけど、今日の夜、金賞のお披露目のご予定ですので、お時間はあげといてください。よろしくお願いします。マジでね、頑張ったから。で、今思い出した。リップシンク入れてないや。またそれも入れとかなきゃ。なんか声に合わせて口ちゃんと動いてくれるやつとかね。とか。おそらく大丈夫だと思うんだけど、気になるところはね、全然あるんだよね。まだ全然改良の余地はあります。やりたいことはたくさんある。まあ、それはともかくとして。そんなん言ってたら一生出せないので、ちょっと今日にしました。11月の最後にね、一番最初のモデルと比べて、どんだけ成長したかを確かめてみる。ちょっと個人的にやっとこう。だって、そう、やりたいことはね、たくさんあるんだよね。本当に。あと、それに向けてさ、動画として、ちょっと一個記録を残したいのもあるし。なんかね、困った。困り申した。なんかね、来年は5人揃って、いろいろやりたいなとは思ってるので。もともとは来週で枠立ててなかった。いや、それは実はですね、私が日付間違えてて。なんか、土曜日ここって言ってやって、後から、枠見たら、あと十何日みたいな。十何日長くないと思ったら、1週間間違えてただけ。なので、しれっと直しました。いやーね、まあ、ってこともあるよね。そうっていう話だったんです、実は。あとなんだっけ。そう、来年は5人揃っていろいろやりたいねっていう感じなので、そう先生のお披露目はおそらく近々されるのではなかろうか。なんかね、同じタイミングにしたかったんだけど、ちょっとどうだろうねっていう感じで、今ね、要検討中。楽しみにお待ちください。人が増えるようやったね。マジね、みんな頑張ってたから、みんな見てほしい。みんな見てほしい。私たち3人も、先生も牛尾ちゃんも2人とももう頑張ってたから、ぜひ、全人類が見てほしい。ぜひよろしくお願いします。さて、こんな感じで今日の朝活は終わってこうかな。ちょっと長めだったね。さて、では、今日はこんなところで終わります。キラキラだ。なんか、流星群だったらしいね、このところ。ちょっと、なんか、タイミング逃して見れなかった。まだやってんのかなわかんないけど。ぜひ、夜空を見上げてみてください。じゃあ、なんだっけ ?Thank you for watching. Please your subscribe and good button. Have a nice day. See you next time. Bye bye.